The fifth step of the work management process is to perform the work and record any hours and costs associated with it. This phase of the process is controlled by the trades workers. Here you can see a trades worker mobile dashboard. In addition to the My Requests section at the bottom, which is available to all users, the trades workers have a section titled Work Assigned to Me. In the interest of keeping this as easy to use as possible, there are currently only two activities here. We have the All Work activity, which will handle the majority of what the trades worker will be doing on a day-to-day basis, and the My Stats activity, enabling the trades workers to review a summary of their hours, costs, and completions over the past week, month, etc. The All Work activity has a red badge indicating how many open requests still need our attention. Let's tap on that and look at the options we have there. Here you can see a list of the open requests assigned to us. Each item shows a summary of the work that needs to be completed, including the due date at the top right, the location, the description of the problem, and finally a summary of any hours and costs we have submitted against the request at the bottom right. Each of these service requests has a series of actions we can perform, indicated in the list by the gray arrow on the right side. Tapping anywhere on the row will expose these options. As a trades worker, we can view and add timesheets or expenses, we can mark the work as complete, or we can view the complete detail of the service request. Let's do that first. Here, we get all of the details about the work to perform. One common activity here may be to look up exactly where the problem is. We can do that by scrolling down to the Location section and tapping on the Show Location button. Here we get a floor plan with the space in question colorized. We can zoom out using the buttons at the top left, or we can simply pinch to zoom in and out. Now that we have looked up the location, let's return to our list of open requests and complete one of them. Before we mark the work as complete, however, let's add a timesheet and some expenses. Tap on the item you want to work with, and select Hours. If we had previously added timesheets to this request, they would be showing here. To add a new one, we'll tap this button at the top. As with other forms in the system, all of the fields marked with a red arrow are required, but you'll find that most of these fields have already been filled in for us. In fact, all we really need to do is enter our normal straight time hours that we needed to complete the work. Optionally, we can also enter details about overtime and travel time. With all the required fields filled in, we can proceed by hitting Save. That returns us to our list of timesheets for the current service request. Let's go ahead and go back to the list of all service requests. Now that we've entered some time, you'll see that the service request does show us the number of hours we have submitted so far against that request at the bottom right. Let's enter some expenses next. Tap on the item and select the Costs option. As with the timesheets area, we would normally expect to see some expenses here if we had already entered them, but for now, we'll add a new one. First, we'll need to select an expense category. There are many options, but this list may be cleaned up and shortened in the future. For now, let's use the search box at the top left to find the Home Depot option. With the Home Depot category selected, let's move down and enter a total cost for our expense. Finally, we'll need to enter a description of the expense and what was involved. We'll keep it simple for this example. We can now hit Save for our expense, and we'll be taken back to a list of all the expenses we have submitted. Let's go ahead and return back to our list of all requests, and once again, we'll see that it has updated and it now shows us a cost at the bottom right. Now that we have entered both a timesheet and some expenses, we can complete our work. We'll tap the item and we'll select completion. Here we're asked for a few comments about the work that we did. Note that these comments may be included in notifications to the person who requested the work, so we should try to provide enough detail here that the requester will understand the status of the work. Here, we'll keep it simple. After hitting Save here, we are once again returned to our list, and the item we just completed should be removed, indicating that it no longer needs our attention. Also, if we return to our dashboard, we should note that our All Work item on the dash now shows only one request that needs attention.